Hello everyone, my name is Srinath. I am roll number 52 from the Department of Computer Science. So today we are going to talk about spiral model, win-win spiral model, and the differences between win-win spiral model and spiral model. So spiral model we need because it about risk expected alternatives available and not a fixed budget project. So it is one of the most important software development lifecycle models which provides support for risk handling. And in each loop of the spiral is called the phase of the software development process because the spiral model looks like a spiral with many loops. The exact number of phases cannot be determined because it needs to be developed according to the project risks. So we can see the spiral model methodology and phases. We'll discuss each of the phases, 4 phases. So the objectives, determination and identify alternative solutions, identify and resolve risks, develop next version of the product, review and plan for the next phase. So these are the 4 phases. The risk handling is a risk is any adverse situation that might affect the successful completion of a project. So the most important feature of the spiral model is handling the unknown risks after the project has started. So risk handling and spiral model is the prototyping model also supports risk handling, but the risk must be identified before the start of the development work of the project. What is the advantage of spiral model? So risk handling, good for large projects, inflexible requirements, customer satisfaction. So the first point, the projects with many unknown risks that occur as the development proceeds. In that case, the spiral model is the best development model to follow due to the risk analysis and risk handling at every phase. Second point is good for large projects. It's recommended to use spiral model for large and complex projects. Flexibility is the change requests and the requirements at later phase can be incorporated accurately by using this model. Customer satisfaction, yes, customers they get habituated to the system by using it before the completion of the total product. Disadvantages, it's complex. The spiral model is too much complex than the other SDLC models. It's expensive. It's too much dependability on risk analysis and difficulty in time management. Win-win spiral model. The win-win spiral model is a model of process based on theory W, which is a management theory and approach based on making winners of all the systems as key stakeholder necessary and sufficient for the project success. The win-win spiral process explicitly we see it emphasizes continuous collaborative involvement of a software's product stakeholder in its early definition and development stages. So features of win-win process win-win spiral process model is first it provides an explicit set of goals for collaborative software definition development. It embeds collaborative activities explicitly within a robust life cycle model, the spiral model. Win-win spiral product processes using 2 steps. One is identify system stakeholders in the win-win conditions, then reconciling the win conditions through negotiations to arrive at a mutually satisfactory set of objectives, constraints, and alternatives for next level. So these are the 7 different steps. So identify the next level stakeholders, identify stakeholders win conditions, reconcile win conditions, establish next level objectives, constraint alternatives, and evaluate product and process alternatives, resolve the risks. So step 5, defining next level product and process including partition. Step 6, validate product and process definition, and step 7, commitment. The differences between win-win spiral model and spiral model. So the spiral model, if you see the definition, the development model in which the entire model is divided into various sub-development phases, whereas in here the first development application, and after that the different testing takes place. Here we can see the spiral model in every development stage, every stage development there is an associated testing, and then corresponding the development phase is planned in parallel to the testing phase. Now here the next phase, the testing is done almost at the end of the development. Type and nature, yes, as mentioned above in the spiral phase, execution of phases happens in a sequential manner, so it's evolutionary type and nature. Here it's a related sequential design, so the type of model is continuous in nature, which is the win-win spiral model. First, the spiral model, each development, the testing and validation takes at its own level, and hence no pending testing occurs in this model. Okay. Here, the waterfall model testing occurs after the development is completed, and thus if any missing validations to be identified and implemented, then the phase of development needs to be recognized and the validation gets implemented. Cost and complexity, yes, the cost is higher and compared to that of waterfall model, win-win spiral model or waterfall model, the complexity is more. Here, on the other hand, due to linear development, and operational and cost and complexity is low as compared to that of spiral model, spiral model. In spiral model, the probability of the total number of defects in the development of application is as low as testing is done in parallel to the development. In spiral model or waterfall model, the probability of the total number of defects in the development of the applications as high as testing done post development. So we have seen the differences between linear spiral model and spiral model, and what is win-win model, spiral model, and what is spiral model. So that's it from my side. Thank you.